Our kids, the future leaders of our world. Now, my kids aren't, because my kids are puppy dogs. I've got 5 beautiful dogs. And here's one of the things I wish for my dogs. I wish that they could do martial arts. Now, that sounds silly because dogs have instinct to run around. They often fight and rumble. One of my dogs is called Judo and one of my dogs is called Bruce Lee. So we've obviously got martial arts in the family. But the thing I love, and I love so many things about martial arts, which is discipline, respect, courage, positive attitude, putting your body under pressure, competition, gradings. I love that all martial arts start at white belt, and the ultimate is that you end up with a black belt and beyond. And I've got a husband that's 6 degrees of black. I love to be able to say that. He's a 6-dan in black belt in Taekwondo. He's a black belt in Judo. He's an international professional kickboxer. Martial arts is a big deal at our house. But the reason I want it for our kids is it teaches them so much about life. And one of the really interesting lessons from today, because we have kids every single day, every day of the week, we're involved with other people's children, teaching them what we call the Dragon's Code, which is discipline, respect, attitude, gratitude, honesty, and a never give up spirit. That's the code of our martial arts clubs, which of course I'd love that for my dogs, because we want disciplined dogs. I want respectful dogs. I want dogs that have got a positive attitude. I want dogs that are grateful that I'm in their life. And isn't that awesome? Because all of those things so far I do get from my dogs. Honesty from my dogs. Dogs are the most honest creatures in the world, aren't they? They have no embarrassment about sniffing bums and licking each other's bits, and they just bark when they see something they don't like. My dogs chase cars, unfortunately, because they just happen to love the fact that there's a moving thing and they want to chase it. They're just so honest. And my dogs, which I wish for all humans, is they have a never give up spirit. If my dogs want something, they will keep doing it until they can get it. My little Bruce Lee, who's my smallest puppy at the moment, she's got this amazing stubborn streak. We can't keep her in. She gets through every fence, jumps over, climbs over, pushes through. She's just got an ultimate never give up spirit. So I'm sharing with you the Dragon's Code from our martial arts clubs for a reason. Because imagine if the world had that as an attitude. I've got discipline, respect. I've got a positive attitude. I've got gratitude and thankfulness for everything that happens in my life, good or bad. I'm honest and straight down the line. I don't tell lies. Wouldn't that be nice if the world was? We've got so many people now that just exaggerate and tell silliness that just isn't true. And wouldn't it be good if more people had a never give up spirit? One of the really interesting things that has just come up of late, because I'm working with so many children, well, I don't work with them, I get to experience them as beautiful human beings. We have a lot of kids that if somebody does something, they're happy to come and tell you, Johnny did this, Sarah did that. And they dob on. In my day, it was called dobbing. I think now the kids are calling it snitching. Don't snitch on me, or you're a snitch. A really interesting thing to consider, because I know that adult people do this too on a regular basis, is somebody does something so they go and tell somebody else that the person did it. And I deal with it in business every day, because all businesses screw up, don't we? We all make mistakes. Doesn't matter who you are as a human, you're going to make mistakes. But the classic example now is if a business treats you badly, you don't go to the owner of the business or the manager of the business, well, most people don't. They go and snitch on the business on social media. They go to a website and say, don't go to that business, those people are terrible. They dob on that business for doing something wrong. I think that's really sad. And I never do it for this reason, because I've been in business all of my life. And if I screw up in business, I need my customers or clients to come to me and tell me so that I can fix it. If I don't know about it, I can't fix it. Now, the undertow there, or the underlying importance there, is that you only are in business if you want to add value to people's lives. If you're in business to screw people over and just to make money and rip people off, and you don't care about people, then the suggestion is don't have a business. Go work for the government or something. But if you're in business because you love people and you want to add massive value to their lives, the only reason you would screw up is because you didn't mean to. So if you make a mistake, wouldn't it be nice if somebody came to you and said, you screwed up, could you please fix it? And there's one of the things I really love at the moment, there's a lot of online businesses that are really good at fixing things really quickly. They've got a robot to do it now, and isn't that sad that humans can't fix things quickly? I have to deal with a lot of face-to-face human businesses where if they screw up, they don't even say sorry, let alone give you a refund or try and fix it. But a lot of the online businesses now, if they screw up, they say, look, I'm really sorry and please accept this special gift because we screwed up. Wouldn't that be awesome if people and life was more like that? So the other thing I deal with is if I make a mistake in business and another business doesn't like what I'm doing, they'll go and whinge, moan and complain to somebody else. Whinging, moaning and complaining in itself doesn't make you a very nice person. One of the things I share with people if they whine to me, would you like some cheese with that wine? And how about wine to the person that can fix it? So I'll use an example. At martial arts, we're very energetic and very excited about life. And we were in a facility, we rented a martial arts studio where we were very noisy. And that's just martial arts. But unfortunately, instead of coming to us, the other owners that were in the building, the other business owners, instead of coming to us and saying, could we come up with a solution to these beautiful kids that come in here with passion and enthusiasm for life and they're making a lot of noise, they of course whinged and moaned and complained and got very angry with us, but to the landlord. Now the landlord can't fix it. We have to fix it because it's our kids making the noise. And wouldn't it be nice if somebody came to us and said, look, we love that you've got kids coming to martial arts and they're learning all this stuff about being great human beings, but they're too noisy. So we found a solution because we are solution finders. We just went to a new facility. And I'm sharing that with you because what's happened to the human race that we can't come to somebody's face and say, you need to fix that? Why can't kids, instead of going to mum and dad, mummy, Johnny did this, or daddy came in, blah, blah, did this to me, and we get this all the time, instead of complaining and whinging and moaning about somebody else doing something to you, complaining to somebody else, why not fix it yourself? We call it responsibility. So if somebody's mean to me, I could go and say to K-Man, somebody's been really mean to me, can you go and do something about it? Versus, I need to go and do something about it because I'll get tougher and stronger. People say to me, Rowie, I don't like confrontation. Well, how about grow up? Being an adult means there's going to be confrontation in your life. You might have to go to somebody and say, you're making too much noise, or you've got bad breath, or I wish you wouldn't say that about that person. And I'll use that as another example. Somebody comes to me to gossip. I always do this. If you gossip to me, that means you would gossip about me. That makes you a gossip, so how about we stop? Now that might sound like a very confrontational thing to say, but I will share with you that people don't gossip to me because that is my response every single time. And gossip is a form of dobbing, isn't it? That person did that. Well, if you don't like what that person did, how about go to that person and say, I don't like what you did, rather than tell somebody else? Wouldn't it be nice? And that's what I love about the Dragon's Code. Just be honest. If you don't like something, go to somebody and tell them, rather than hiding behind a screen or hiding behind a landlord or hiding behind telling somebody else. I don't want to be a dobber. I don't want to be a snitch. I don't want to be a person that talks about people behind their back. Wouldn't it be nice if the world was more about, here I am, there you are, we have a challenge, let's fix it, rather than let's tell somebody else that you did something wrong and hopefully they will fix it. Sounds like common sense, doesn't it? But I'm an old lady and common sense is not very common, so how about this? If you want to live your life to the max, you get to choose how you live. Is it possible that if you are not respectful, if you're not truthful, if you are a gossip, if you criticise about people behind their back, if you aren't straight down the line, is it possible that life won't be that nice to you? So if you want to live your life to the max, you can.